Welcome everybody. Oh wait, look, we don't have one of the actual ones, so I just look, right, and action. And action. Okay, Ryan, what are you doing right now?
We are on a road trip heading back to Prince George. We just had a taco at this amazing taco stand in Cache Creek. It was so delicious. I will post all the videos. It is so good.
I gotta say, they're pretty unreal tacos. All right, so Ryan asked me if we could do a little interview, and I said, sure. I don't know how to interview people, so we're gonna make it happen. I think it's worth first asking you, Ryan, what makes you want to make these videos?
Okay, so I put myself through hell pretty much my whole life chasing instant gratification.
And women.
That too. It's been, and I want to help people get over a lot of the things that I've got through, and I want to create a circle, a help circle, where people can post what works for them, show their fun in recovery, show people that it's not so boring, just bring everybody together and let people know that they're not alone if they're struggling, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the most common things that all of us think when we first come into recovery is that, well, my fun's over, right?
It's not. I am just as crazy and just as fun now.
It's so true. Did you think that when you first came?
Totally. Yeah. I was so scared. I thought I could not dance. I thought I could not.
Well, you still can't, but he does. Yeah. There's a difference, but that's okay.
I danced at my sister's wedding, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Right? And you remembered it, and you didn't have pee in your pants.
I was not hungover. It was great.
It's beautiful, man. Recovery is a good thing. Okay, so when, what was the first thing you ever realized you had a problem with?
As soon as I tried alcohol at the age of 12, I stuck some of my parents' alcohol out of their cabinet that they had for company. They're not even hard alcohol drinkers. And I fell in love. I felt outgoing. I felt like I could be a part of any club. I felt like I fit in and I belonged. It took away any social insecurity, any jitters of young teenagehood. And like when you're young, you think the wrong people are cool. I thought the skids were cool, the ones who were drinking lots of beer, smoking lots of dope. I thought the kids with the nice jeans that their parents bought them were cool. When their parents bought them those jeans, how cool is that kid really, you know?
Well, I mean, he had to ask for them. Some level of
I was
cool
jealous.
air, right?
I was sure jealous, and I wanted the nice pants. But...
Right? For me, it was Reebok pumps. Yeah, did you have the ghetto brand Reebok? They were They were Lynx. You got them at you remember those? They were green.
And my cousin had the pump.
It was like a marker that you were the poor kid. It was like nice Lynx. Fuck. Okay, so early. It was early.
I could not stop. I was the kid that would drink all the alcohol that we had tried to gather together before the party, and I'd be puking the whole party. I never could moderate anything. I can't moderate a bag of chips, you know. That's part of the malady. You don't live properly.
It's one of the markers of the illness for sure. It sounds like you had it really early on, and it was alcohol.
I mentioned this on a previous video. My cousin and me, very well-to-do, we'd each get a chocolate bar. He would save 3/4 of his for like 3 more eatings, and I'd be gone in the first 20 seconds of having the chocolate bar, and I'd be bitter and full of resentment the whole day.
I would have beat him up and taken his chocolate bar.
Right?
That's probably what I would have done.
Yeah.
All right, so alcohol was early, but when did you realize that it was a problem?
I already knew it was a problem all through high school, but I thought I spent a good 20 years thinking I could control it and trying my ass off. And a few brief moments where it looked like it was all under control. And then, I tried narcotics late into my 20s, and it was a game changer. All of a sudden, big money was being spent. More serious consequences, taking a bigger toll on your physical health, mental health. And overdosing, I've been blue, had to be Narcan before. Drugs are the worst thing that ever came into my path, and I've lost about 180 friends now to overdose. And that's what I do. What I do for a living now. I'm an outreach worker. I'm a shelter worker, and I just want to be there for the addict and try to steer them in the right direction and not have to go down the horrible road that I did.
Sadly, at our job, they're already there, right? But it's good to be an example that you can be there and
at their rock bottoms,
and there is a way out, right? But where was weed in all of that? Just out of curiosity.
I tried that at 12 years old as well.
Oh, okay. Were you like one of the burnout kids in high school?
No, I'm very hyperactive, so weed only just kind of mellows me out. It's I don't have a thing against weed. I'll never speak illy about that stuff, so we can leave that out of the interview.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody's different. Like, for me, weed was when I first realized I had a problem with something. Because I was like, I gotta stop for basketball, and I fucking couldn't. And I was like, what's this? Am I addicted to weed? No. And at that time, the narrative was that you couldn't be addicted to weed, so I fooled myself there. But
I'm supposed to be medicated on like 7 heavy medications, and I'm not currently smoking weed, but I'm not ruling it out altogether either. Like, I'll use it as like a emergency panic attack situation, or like if I really need it, right? But I like to live abstinent free if I can.
Yeah, for me, weed was always how my relapse started. Like, if I could just keep it to weed, I would, but I can't. Some people can. I know lots of people that do. It's just not me personally.
But plant medicine has also been a big part of my recovery. Microdosing psilocybin, DMT. That's not to do throughout my whole recovery. That's at the beginning, and that kind of got me steered into the direction of abstinence. But plant medicine has been a bit of a part of my recovery too. I don't recommend it to newcomers or anybody. I don't even recommend it to anybody. If you can do it without it, then do. But I failed in the program for 10 years, so you got to switch it up. If it's not working for you, no matter what recovery you're doing, you got to switch it up or you're going to die. You can sit there and try forever, but if nothing changes, nothing changes.
That's fair, but how about this question? Do you think that it was part of your recovery or part of your relapse?
Part of my recovery.
Okay.
I view it as medicine, and I didn't do it and sit there and be like, I'm stoned, I'm high, this is fun. I did it in prayer and meditation. I did it in seeking. I did it with smudging. I did it as a medicine, and it was prescribed to me by a doctor as well, right? I didn't just...
Yeah, I'm just asking the questions.
Yeah.
What, so, is it fair to say that, you talked about what we call the allergy early on with the alcohol not being able to stop. Is it possible that that set off an allergy, or like how long after did your relapse come from those medicines?
They were only used at the end of the relapse, usually to get out of it.
I see.
I've used mushrooms through my whole addiction. If I ever got too out of control, I'd do a good mushroom reset, and it would kind of snap me back into focus, and then I'd focus and keep trying at it. But
interesting. There are too many skeletons in my closet for hallucinogens.
Oh, I've had some huge healing with DMT and mushrooms. Yeah. Huge. Like,
scare me.
Joe Rogan speaks about it all the time. A lot of big famous people are doing DMT, ayahuasca.
Yeah.
I believe abstinence is where you want to be and where you want to live a happy life. But whatever you got to do, if you need that psychic change and you can't get it the other way, try something different.
Yeah, I don't hate that statement. I was just curious because I never actually asked you those questions before.
I'm pretty open about it if you know me. I don't really spread it around because I don't want newcomers thinking they could, find something to get high off of and that's going to be your recovery. It was never about getting high or stoned. It's prayer and meditation is my whole recovery right now, and getting closer to my higher power. And
so is it fair to say that your motives for doing it are important?
Yeah.
If you're gonna...
And they're through my spiritual advisor, Claire. She condones it because she said it raises your vibration. I can't be on it for like work. I can't be on it for any other time. So I just want to be abstinence free, right? But
and to be clear, it's been quite a long time since you went down that road, just to be clear, right?
Not too long. But
What's not too long?
a couple months.
Okay, well, long enough.
Yeah.
When did you, can you remember distinctly the first time you were like, okay, this is a problem, I gotta stop, man?
For drugs?
Yeah. Or just addiction in general, where you realized this is fucked and I've gotta stop.
Well, I went to the oil rigs to make money for my kid and to send money home, and it all went to drugs and partying. That's all we did on the oil rigs. It was fun, and I could never stop, and I always swore the next check would be different, I was making like $6,400 if we broke a week into payday. Like, it's retarded. It was a horrible way to live, and I could not get out of it. It took me an overdose to be blue and flatlined for me to choose treatment.
Okay, so that was the first time where you
Yeah.
realized this has to stop, and you went and did something about it.
I tried a couple meetings just before the overdose,
Yeah.
but I picked up, went to the meeting, went back home and overdosed.
Yeah. That's just proof there that meetings alone aren't the solution, right?
And then after I got out of the hospital of the overdose, I finished the rest of the fentanyl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might as well. It almost killed me. That's
Well, I mean, it's a marker of some good dope, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the insanity, for sure. So, okay, so then you OD'd, you went back out and finished, and then when did you decide the treatment, and where did you go?
I went to Baldy Hughes, met some
that's
amazing
where you
people. Didn't work for me. I still had some more research to do. It's my first time in recovery, and it wasn't too organized out there at the time I went out there. It was great to be out away from the habit for 14 months. It was a beautiful location, and I heard it's doing really well now. I heard they're going to be getting some excellent programming in there, and that warms my heart. Dave, do you know anything about the programming that could be going up there?
I heard the guy that might be doing it is extremely handsome.
Very handsome.
I did hear that.
Like, I don't like guys, but I would probably... No. There's enough rumors about me being gay out there, so... I'm not gay, by the way. Not gay. Love the girl.
Okay, so you went out there, you were there for 14 months, and so how long did that last for when you left?
About a few weeks. I got kicked out of a sober living house by a friend who ratted on me, and I was like, fuck this. I had to go back to my parents' house. I was bitter, and I relapsed.
Ratted on you for what?
Smoking weed.
Okay, so, well, you weren't sober then, one would argue.
That's what I was prescribed. Everybody's on methadone and Dexatrin and frickin'
I would argue,
Ritalin.
I would argue they weren't too sober either, but, you know, if that's what gets you to the eventual goal of abstinence, I'm all for it. I've always have been, but
weed just barely affects me. Like, I'm such a hyper guy, it just kind of kicks me down just to...
Sadly, though, it can become a crutch, right? Like methadone and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just,
abstinence is definitely the way to go. I don't want to put anything into my body that...
I personally got off heroin from using Suboxone, right? So I'm all about it, but there has to be quite the drive. Like, I remember doctors distinctly trying to keep me on it, telling me, no, you're not ready. And I'm like, you know, fuck you.
They wouldn't let me in detox unless I went on Suboxone.
Yeah.
They would not let me just do it with puking and maybe some medications to help me sleep.
Which is wild, right? So that says something about pharmaceuticals. Anyways.